afternoon, guys. Welcome to Yoga with Liz. We will go ahead and get started in child's pose with your knees together today. Really reach your arms out in front of you. Start to find your breath. Find some stillness and awareness in your body. Thank yourself for bringing your body and your mind to your mat this afternoon. Starting your weekend off with a good Vinyasa flow. Even though the chest is on the thighs, really start to lengthen every inhale and lengthen every exhale. Soften through the shoulders. Relax onto the heels. Three more deep breaths here before we get warming up. Just notice how your body feels as we begin our practice today. And on your next inhale, leaving your hands where they are, start to slide the hips forward, coming into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Maybe you choose to take baby cobra, bending the elbows down and holding here. Or you can choose to take king cobra, drawing the elbows in towards the sides, tops of the feet on the mat. And take one deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sit back into child's pose. As you inhale, come forward, find your cobra. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Start to warm up the whole body here. Inhale forward to cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, create some energy, lifting through the chest, open up the heart. Exhale, bring it all back in together in child's pose. Two more here. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Opening up the hips, opening up the chest. Exhale back, releasing tension in the spine. Inhale, come forward one more time into cobra. And this time, drop the left elbow, bending it in, and look over towards your heels. Come back to center. Look over the other shoulder. Just getting a little rotation in the spine and in the chest. Come back to center, back to child's pose. Inhale, come forward as you drop the left shoulder in this time. Pick up the right foot and bend it towards you. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, come forward, drop the right shoulder and bend the left foot towards you. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, come forward to cobra. And from here, curl the toes under and pull up through the core into your high plank. Holding here, warming up the whole body already, really focusing the energy into the core. Pulling up through the shoulder blades, up and out of the hands and the wrists. And then come light onto your toes. Really pulling all of our awareness and attention and energy into our core, right in the middle. You can drop to your knees if you need to. One more breath here. Knowing the core is the foundation of so many of our postures in our practice. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Work the hips up and back. Maybe find a little bit of movement or stillness. Feeling any areas that are tight in the body you need to spend a little more time with today. Just pedaling into one foot and then the other, stretching out the calves, maybe bending into each shoulder again. And then find some stillness. Shift your weight back into your high plank. Again, really coming over the wrists, pulling up through the core, coming out of the toes. Exhale, back downward dog. Inhale, forward high plank. Lifting up through the core. Exhale, back downward dog. 2 more just like that. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. From here, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Find whatever depth of your fold your body needs here. Maybe you really pull the chest over the thighs, or maybe it's your first stretch of the day, your first forward fold of the day, and you come out of it a little bit. Meet your body where it's at. This practice is for you. On your next inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, rise up, arms to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, back through to heart center. Already coming into our sun salutations, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank, through to chaturanga, or maybe to the mat, coming to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send it back, downward dog. Really working the heels towards the mat. Not spending much time here so we can really get some good energy going, get some heat created in the body. Bending the knees, look forward, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms come overhead. Exhale, back through to heart center. 2 more sun A's. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, through to upward facing dog. Back to downward dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms come overhead. Exhale, through to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Maybe shift the gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time you may choose to lightly float back to your chaturanga. Through to upward facing dog. Back to downward dog. Holding our downward dog here for 3 breaths. Finding some control in our breath. Letting our breath guide our movement. Your next inhale, lift your right leg back, opening up that hip, maybe flex into the left toes. Then start to make a couple big circles here, bringing your foot down towards the mat, up over and around towards the left side of the body, back down to the side, up and back down, up, over, back down, 1 more, up, over. And this time as you come down, start to bring the right knee towards the hands, plant the left knee down. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Really release the tension in that left quad, reaching forward with the right glute like you're trying to touch the right hamstring. Bring the arms to the back and get a little back bend here if you like. Inhale, reach back up. Curl the toes under if you tucked the top of the foot on the mat. As you inhale, squeeze and press up to crescent lunge. Working the legs already. Getting the core fired up. As you exhale, turn The right arm back and the left arm forward, coming into a twisted crescent lunge. Exhale, reach the right arm back, left arm up. Take as deep of a back bend as you wish here. Finding somewhere to focus your balance on. Come back to center. Exhale back down to low lunge. From here, plant your hands down. Bend into the left knee. Stretch the right leg back. Stretching out the right hamstring and the right calf. As you inhale, find length. Exhale, fold a little deeper over that left or the right leg. You can curl the left toes under or keep the foot flat on the mat. Really just pulling back into that right leg, creating energy through the upper body. Maybe your hands are closer to your hips or closer to your foot, wherever you're at. Find that balance of pulling and pushing in that leg, finding that deep stretch, flexing through the right toes. As you inhale, come back to low lunge, reach up through the arms. One more breath here. On your next inhale, lift back up to crescent lunge. Exhale, find that twist. Right arm comes back, pulling in through the core. Exhale, reach back. Find your balance here. Maybe reach back a little further. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the hands, ground the right foot, lift the left knee up, step back to downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Flow through your Vinyasa, eating back into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up, opening up that hip in your three-legged dog. Then flex through the left foot. Again, start to make those circles coming down, over, and up. Finding some control in the movement. Keeping the quads strong. Control with the breath. On the end of your next circle, bring the left knee forward and step the left foot through the hands. Plant the right knee down. Inhale, reach up for low lunge. Again, you can take the hands to the back. Find that back bend if you'd like. Opening up that right hip and quad. Inhale, reach up with both hands. Exhale here. Curl the toes under, and as you inhale, press up to crescent lunge. Maybe adjust your stance if you need to. Creating that firm foundation in both legs, spreading the left toes wide. Finding strength throughout our glutes. As you exhale, reach the left arm back, right arm forward. Maybe shift the gaze back. Find your twisted lunge. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, reach back through the left hand to the right leg. Reach the right arm up and back. Find something to focus on to help your balance. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, low lunge. Take the hands to both sides of the feet. Pull back through the left leg, finding that hamstring and calf stretch on the left side. Bending slightly over the left side of the body, facing the big toe. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Flexing through the left toes, really getting that whole leg engaged. And on your next inhale, come back to your low lunge, reach up. Exhale through the nose. Curl the toes under. Inhale, press up to crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, twisted lunge. That rotation open in the spine, opening through the chest. Take the left hand down the back of the right leg, reach up and back through the right arm. Maybe reach a little further than the first time. Feeling a little more comfortable in this posture. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, down, low lunge. Frame the foot with both hands on either side. Lift the right knee. Exhale, step back to your downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Flow through your Vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. Find your breath here. Take 3 deep breaths in your downward dog. Really getting into our lower body right away. Opening up the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings, pretty much everything. Maybe notice if you're still holding tension anywhere in the body. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. And on your next inhale, slowly shift forward to your high plank. Again, really reaching up through the core, pulling the shoulder blades together. Holding here for 4 more breaths. Finding a little bit of stillness in our plank. I always incorporate a couple planks in my practice. Core is a foundation for so many inversions or arm balances. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, send it back, downward dog. Reach the right leg back, 3-legged dog. As you come forward, take the knee towards the chest. And then start to shift the weight onto the big toe of the left foot, coming onto the side like a side plank. You can choose to leave your left hand planted, or start to challenge your balance, lifting the left arm up, opening the knee to the side, and maybe straightening out that leg. You can choose to keep the knee bent. Maybe your left hand is still on the ground. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, plant that right foot down and out, lift up for a fallen triangle. Really reaching up through the hips, side body is really active here. Find that slight bend in the elbow. Exhale, plant the left hand down. Bring the knee back to the chest. Exhale, back to 3-legged dog. And plant the right leg down. Inhale, reach the left leg back. Knee to chest as you come forward. Start to shift the weight onto the right big toe and the left hand. Again, maybe the right hand stays planted, or you start to reach up through the right. Again, you can stay here, or start to straighten out your left leg. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Plant the left leg down and out, reach up for fallen triangle. Opening up the hips, engaging the side body. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, plant the right hand down. Turn back to center, knee to chest. Exhale, send it back, 3-legged dog. Then take the left foot down. You can choose to stay in downward dog, maybe take child's pose, or flow through your Vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. Taking that same flow, but adding on this time, reach the right leg back. Come forward, knee to chest. Open up to the right. Maybe the left hand comes up this time. Maybe you choose to straighten out that leg. Plant the right leg down, come up for fallen triangle. From here, set the hips down and sweep the left hand all the way over, up to the top corner of the right side of the mat. And reach back up, opening up through the hips, opening the chest, maybe glance up at your hand. Exhale, set the hips down, reach back over, coming back to our fallen triangle. And take the left hand down to the mat. Bring the right knee to the chest. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, shift forward, knee to chest. Exhale, back, three-legged dog. Option to flow through your vinyasa from your three-legged dog, shifting forward to your high plank or three-pointed plank here. Still pulling the core up and in. Exhale, chaturanga. From here, your right foot meets your left. Coming into upward facing dog. Back to downward dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Really got the whole body engaged in that flow, really working the core. Getting some good rotation throughout the shoulders. Keeping all the joints warm and energized and ready to go. On your next inhale, reach the left leg up and back into your three-legged dog. Come forward, knee to chest. Turning onto the right big toe, opening up to the other side. Again, maybe challenge yourself and open up that leg, stretch it out. Lift up through the side body, squeeze, and then plant the left leg down, come up for fallen triangle. Maybe look up at the hand, or look down at the left hand. As you exhale, sit the hips down, reach the right arm up and over, reach up through the other side, really opening up the hips, opening up the chest, feeling the energy through the whole body. Exhale, back down, come into your fallen triangle. Exhale, plant the right hand down. Bring the left knee into the chest. Exhale, back, three-legged dog. Inhale, come forward, knee to chest. Exhale, back, three-legged dog. Again, option to flow through your vinyasa from your three-legged dog, shifting forward to three-pointed plank. Exhale, chaturanga. From here, your feet meet into your upward-facing dog, back to your downward dog. 3 deep breaths here. From here, we'll work into our yogi push-ups. Bending into the elbows, leading with the chest, sliding forward. As you come into your upward dog, the toes are still curled under. Exhale, back to your downward dog. Inhale, come forward, yogi push-up, leading with the chest, curling the toes under. Exhale, back to downward dog. Again, bending into the elbows, leading with the chin and the chest, sweeping the mat. Through your outward facing dog, keeping the toes curled under. Exhale, back to downward dog. 2 more here. Inhale, lead with the chin and the chest, sweeping the mat. Come up to upward facing dog, toes curled under. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, yogi push up. To upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. 1 more yogi push-up here. Inhale, come forward, upward facing dog. From here, you already know, bring the knee to the chest. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Step back to your upward facing dog, toes curled under. Left knee to the chest. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Back to upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. We'll do 2 more just like that, incorporating our knee to chest, Engaging the core, upper body, hamstring strength, really getting the energy going. On your next inhale, come forward, yogi push-up, toes curled under. Right knee to chest, hold for 3, 2, 1. Plant the right leg down, upward facing dog. Left knee to chest for 3, 2, 1. Back to upward facing dog. Send it back, downward dog. One more here. Inhale, come forward, yogi push-up, sweep the mat. Right knee to chest for 3, 2, 1. Back to upward facing dog. Left knee to chest for 3, 2, 1. Back to upward facing dog. Send it back, downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths here. Maybe the shoulders are really on fire. You can come to child's pose if you'd like. Doing what's best for your body and your practice today. Eating back into your downward dog. Look forward and slowly walk the feet to your hands. Getting a nice forward fold here. Maybe reaching the left hand to the right calf and the right hand to the left calf and folding a little deeper. You can also grab opposite elbows, maybe pulling down, trying to spread the scapula apart or the backs of the shoulder blades apart. From here, bring your hands back to the front of your feet. Open your feet as wide as the mat. And now forward fold. Leaving the hands here, you can grab your ankles. Just a moderately wide forward fold here. Not getting too far apart. Keeping the quads active, lifting through the kneecaps. Then take the hands back in front of you. Turn the toes out, bend into the hips. Find your Malasana squat or yogi squat. Keeping the hands at heart center and then using the elbows to push the knees back. You can choose to stay here or take a slight twist by bringing the right hand down, reach the left arm up, maybe take it back and around, bringing the right hand to meet the left. Taking a little bind here, opening up the chest and the shoulders, starting to gaze up. And coming back to center. Taking the left hand down, reaching the right arm up. Maybe you choose to stay here. Maybe you start to take that bind on the other side. Again, pulling the chest back, shifting the weight back, and looking up. Opening through the chest, opening through the hips. And release the bind, come back to center. Holding here for 2 more breaths. You can always bring your glutes to a block or a couple pillows, taking a little bit more of recovery or an assisted position here. I would like to offer crow today, a little arm balance or inversion, changing it up for your Friday flow, planting the hands and leaving the knees where they are on the triceps, start to shift the weight forward. Maybe you choose to stay here, coming onto the toes. Or maybe you start to shift the weight into one foot or the other and starting to lift up, bringing the big toes to touch. Spread the fingertips wide and then gently come back to Malasana. We'll do 2 more crows, finding whatever prep works best for you. Knowing if you fall, you're only a couple inches off the ground. Keeping the hands spread wide, just a handprint or so in front of the feet. And then slowly lift one foot at a time, bringing the big toes to touch. Pulling the core up and in. And then coming back to Malasana. Do one more here. Planting the hands, about a handprint or so in front. Starting to shift the weight up. Then coming onto one foot, then the other. Big toes to touch. And back to Malasana. Plant the hands down and find that wide-legged forward fold. Then heel toe the feet together. One more forward fold here. As you inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keeping our practice short and sweet for your Friday flow. The light and honor in me honors the light and honor in you.